The following program is an OCA Media community-produced episode of Oregon Life, and we would like to thank our sponsors, Torhorse Insurance, the Oregon Brooklyn Optimist Club, and the Oregon Freemasons. We are proud to have you as our sponsors. Hello, this is Frank Caruso, producer of Oregon Life, and welcome back to a brand new episode as we revisit the Optimist Recipients of a continued series where we visit the teachers who have nominated the students and the students. I'd like to thank again to Sherry Pollack, who really organizes all this and makes it happen for our community, meeting these teachers and these young students. And if you would like to donate in any way, visit our donation page on the web or contact Paul at OCAmedia.com. So enjoy this episode of The Optimist Recipient here on Oregon Life.
My name is Jacob Ziehr, and I am the AP Psychology teacher here at Oregon High School. Been teaching here for 4 years, and I nominated Grace Berning due to who she is as a person. Grace is somebody who I've always thought was bringing just an excellent energy to class every single day. She's always got a smile on her face and a word of encouragement. One thing I was really impressed by her is that she's somebody who would go out of her way to just make someone else's day. I could see this with her friends, but also the people she doesn't know very well. She was really willing all the time to kind of be a friendly person in a room when a lot of other kids maybe weren't. And that was something I've always thought was pretty admirable about who Grace is as a person. So another element of why I think Grace is so deserving of the Optimist Award is because she truly brings a kind of positive light to not just my classroom, but the hallways, and is encouraging to see someone who is willing to kind of break through some of the loneliness that I feel like exists in our school and in our community in this day and age. As a psychology teacher, we talk about things like anxiety and depression and some of the challenges that a lot of kids face. And we know from a lot of research that the importance of relationships is such a big piece of that. And I know that Grace goes out of her way to make people feel seen and heard. And that is something that goes a long way to helping kind of break through some of those challenges of our society. And I'm just really proud of who Grace is in that element, and that she's someone who tries to make a better community here at our school. Another really thing I appreciate about Grace in the classroom is, as a teacher, you're always wanting good, genuine conversations and discussions to take hold. Oftentimes you have to practice waiting period where you ask a question and no one seems to have a response. But I always felt like I knew I could trust Grace with a appropriate thought that's insightful and might break the ice for better discussions going forward with the rest of the students in the classroom. So she was always one that I feel like I could kind of like shift my eyes' attention towards and see if she has a thought on her mind. And if she would be willing to share something, she was able to do so usually quite readily and be able to like really bring a good level of conversation to the classroom on a regular basis.
Hi, I'm Grace, and I am a Optimist Award winner, and I was nominated by my AP Psych teacher, Mr. Ziehr, who I've become very, very close to over my year of knowing him and my year in one of his connection classes. He was honestly one of my favorite teachers because he made class so entertaining. We always had great conversations, learning new material, and he really brought in my understanding in psychology. I am so very grateful and thankful for getting the Optimist Award. It's truly a blessing. When I told my parents, they were so excited. And before I even knew I got the Optimism Award, my grandma had already texted me, "Congratulations, Grace." So that was a really good feeling. So my neighbor's name is Sue Spencer, and she is one of the Optimist Club members. And my greatest memory of her was that she always let us sled down her hill and ruin all her grass, just so that she could see us smiling and everything, which just makes my heart so full. And one of the Optimist Club like values is to always be smiling, which I think is kind of the person that I am. At Cop Keys, one of our biggest jobs is to always be smiling, always tell people, have a great day, ma'am, or have a wonderful weekend, sir. And I feel like that is a value that I have taken on. And, you know, being really friendly, like whether it's just saying hi to somebody in the hallways that I haven't seen in a great time, like I always go out of my way to do things like that. One of my jobs is working at the Oregon pool for School to Work. I am a lifeguard and swim instructor there, so I am helping others constantly and providing like assistance for swimming. Also, I hope to become a scientist, specifically at a biotechnology company. I hope to major in cellular and molecular biology and do cancer research while I'm in college. So I want to prevent as many people from drowning and people from dying of cancer as I can. My mom is honestly one of my biggest role models to me. She has taken care of my family and taken care of me specifically. So one of my goals is to also make her proud. That is another reason why I'm a part of Keys Club for OHS, which stands for Keeping Everyone You Know Safe. In Keys Club, I am a senior leader, and our main goal is to spread information around the school about alcohol and substance abuse. I just like to say thank you for being awarded for this award for my amazing, amazing teacher. Thank you for getting me a 5 on that AP Psych test. And I'd especially like to give thanks to my mother, who is always my inspiration for everything. Whether it comes to the color of my walls in my room or doing something good for the earth, I really appreciate her. Bye, Mom!
My hope for Grace as she continues through the rest of her high school journey and then into college is that she continues to pursue her desires in a way that are meaningful and that she's doing things for the right reasons. I know she has goals for herself, and I hope she just doesn't lose sight of those goals and why she wants to pursue the meaningful work that she's going to undoubtedly do as she gets older into the future. So congratulations, Grace. You're well deserving of this award.